Following up on the latest villain release, let's check out how we can edit a predefined payload template and replace the reversal command with an obfuscated version of it. That way it will be much easier for you to handle AV evasion during CTFs and penetration testings. So let's bring up the projects folder. This is the main repository. I'm going to navigate to core, payload templates. We're gonna be doing Windows today. These groups are the two handlers, the cell handlers that the villain supports right now, okay, Netcat and Hoxel, and this actually, just a heads up, is probably you understand, it's just a socket server I wrote in Python, and I just use this keyword so that people understand what it is supposed to be doing. So let's do something with Netcat based cells, and I'm going to be obfuscating and replacing this template, the PowerShell reverse TCP. It's very classic. I have it open here in Visual Studio Code. Essentially, a payload template is a Python class that is imported dynamically and engaged and disengaged when you use the generate command in Villain. Okay, you can see there's some info, there's some metadata, config, parameters, stuff like that. You can use this structure to create your own templates and import them into Villain and use it to generate commands faster. And if we scroll down here, this class variable data is actually the command generated. You can see there are some parts, if you have some scripting experience, you will probably understand these are variables that will be replaced with actual values when this template is processed. And I'm pretty sure you can recognize this reversal command. It's a very classic PowerShell reversal command. You can find it in countless sources on the internet. I have just added a wrapper for it to start as a new process, and it's this part and this at the end here. So let's generate this reversal command and start obfuscating to see what other template, an obfuscated template, we can come up with and replace this one. So it was payload, Windows, Netcat, PowerShell reverse TCP, and lhost equals, let's just parse my interface and we're good to go. Here's the command. Let me bring up Windows Defender and we can check out what is the situation. The security intelligence is up to date as of today, and my shields are up and running. So I'm going to use, let's minimize this a little bit. I'm gonna use Genie because we're gonna need a text editor to process this payload. Okay, and let's start obfuscating some parts. It's fairly easy. I think we can definitely come up with something that will be undetected when it comes to signature-based detection. And let's just check out what is the status right now. I'm gonna grab this as it was generated from Villain, and this is not gonna work. This is a very common template, so it will be detected very easily by Defender. I'm not gonna use any automation, any tool that can help us automatically obfuscate the script. I think it's fairly easy, but I will use Python a little bit to help me with this task. And the first thing I'm gonna start with is changing the variable names with random ones. I think it's a great way to start obfuscating stuff. So I'm gonna use Python just to generate some random strings because I'm gonna need them to replace the variable names. And I'm going to import UUID, which is a library that has some awesome functions to generate universally unique identifiers. And if we just grab the hex value of these identifiers, it's a random string and it's really convenient. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna generate for I in range like 5 of them. We don't have that many variables in this script, so we won't need that much. Okay, and let's copy this function and just slap it in here. Okay, we have some random strings. I'm gonna grab this first one, and I'm going to replace, I'm doing Ctrl-H now to replace client with this string document. And what else we got? We got bytes. Let's do the same with bytes. I'm gonna grab the second value, paste it in here. Let's do stream. Actually, I'm not gonna do any more. There are some more sendback, but okay, I will just apply other techniques and stuff. There is one thing we should do. We should remove this wrapper for it to start as a new process, because at some point we're gonna need to test this, and if we have this wrapper and there's an error, we won't be able to see it. So it's better if we remove this this wrapper for the script to start as a new process. So let's give it a try to see where we're standing. Okay, it's definitely not gonna work. I mean, it's gonna still be detected. Okay, and when it stops being detected, when we have made this weird enough and different enough so that Defender will say, hey, I don't really know what this is, and it will run, we will see here that we will have established a backdoor session. But we should try some other things now, because we can just rely on changing variable names. So let's see what else we can mess with. We can definitely add some single and double quotes in between commandlets, because PowerShell actually still executes commands like this. For example, you can run ex like this normally, or you can also run ex like this. For whatever reason this works, and this is actually a great trick to obfuscate stuff, because this can also be this, and it's really weird, and it does break signatures. Okay, so let's see, we have ex in here. Let's mark it, yep, right here, and I'm gonna do it. And what other commandlet we have? We have pwd, we can do also the same. And I'm gonna give it a run again, just to see where we're standing. And actually, I think it worked. Defender is up, and in villain we have a backdoor session. This is some test values, because I'm just messing with the tool all the time, you know, trying to fix bugs which are unlimited and stuff like that. The thing is that we have managed to get a version of this reversal command that is actually not detected, okay? And it's not published anywhere, it's just, I have it right here, okay? And in the same way, and with a million other tricks, you can create your own. And what you have to do now, to not have to obfuscate all the time or change the IP and the port all the time, you can just make this your default template. And let's replace the template here with this version that we just created. Remember that while editing the script, we remove this wrapper that makes the command start as a new process. It begins here and ends here. And actually, you don't need to use it. You can just replace the whole command, but I'm just gonna replace this part that we edited, the actual reversal command. And also don't forget that you have these variables that villain is processing to replace the values of lhost and lport with IP and port. And let's paste our new payload. Okay, this is the script we just created. I'm just checking, because we added single quotes and double quotes. You should be careful, because you might destroy the template. Also, you should be careful generally when doing this, because you might end up with something semi-working. I mean, something that will give you a reversal, but it will be like diminished. So I'm just going to put back these variables that I need. lhost and lport. Oh, it needs to be in between asterisks. And I think this is good to go. I think this is gonna work. So let's see the fruit of our work. I'm going to clear here and generate this payload again. And now we will have the first one, the first template we just created. The IP has been replaced and the port. And let's slap it in. I'm gonna open PowerShell again. And we're gonna just paste it in. Gonna run it. And we're gonna get another session. And this is the way to personalize your own instance of Virulent, and it will be much easier to handle heavy evasion and everything, because your templates will be unique and you will be the only one using them.